HW6. As you'll see in a minute, I chose the credit option of just doing chapter 4 puzzle. But anyways, let's get into it. So, didn't really have to change much here, but this is the file where most of the changes did happen. First of all, we don't need this log statement anymore because it just clouds up what we're actually looking at. So instead, what we're going to log is the height and width, which I am simply doing an action up because that's when you let go. And if you go into the box.kt file, this is where I added the width and the height, which is pretty straightforward. You just take the absolute value of the n minus the start of the x and the y. Okay, so then that is the first part. Now the second part is if the width is greater than the height of the original rectangle that we put up, then it will draw a square. But we use draw rect for that. But yeah, it will draw a square, and then otherwise it will draw a circle. And then this counter here is the last part there, which is it can no longer draw any new shapes after it has drawn 3 shapes. So let's see how this works. Takes a minute to build. As I was doing this, I tried it a few different ways. I had the height and the width measured here instead of doing it in the box.kt, but it worked better when I did it in the box.kt because it kept confusing the start and end points and making it a square automatically instead of actually correctly measuring what the drag and drop was. So, but now it works well. So, just waiting for it to start up. So first shape we'll draw is a square. So you can see down here, the height and width are measured. And now I'll draw something smaller. So let's say that's a circle, right? Because the width here is smaller than that width. But if I draw another one bigger, boom, another square. Smaller. Oh, that's right. There's 3 shapes, so it cuts me off. It still records the height and width of what it would have been, but in terms of what we're actually drawing, it's got to cut off at 3. So there we go. As you can see, it works pretty well. And, yeah, I guess hope you enjoyed.